Good morning, San Diego.
I'm sorry?
No?
Anchorman?
Thank you.
San Diego.
Anchorman.
Oh, he says San Diego.
You never seen Anchorman?
I have seen Anchorman, but it was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Tried to
And
be
you know what?
funny.
No, I don't think I've even ever seen Anchorman. I've seen like bits and pieces of Anchorman.
Oh, you
I've
should
never
watch
sat
it.
and like watched the full movie.
I'm not going to say you should watch it. It's a good movie, but
Yeah.
you should watch it. It's a good movie.
No, it has a good
Right.
good cast. I think everybody in those movies are really
Yeah.
funny, so I should sit and watch it.
Steve
at some
Carell
point.
in it is so good.
Steve Carell's in it?
Yes, it's hilarious.
Will Ferrell, Applegate Christina.
Yes.
Will Ferrell,
Applegate,
Steve,
Christina.
Steve Carell.
Our
and-
whole YouTube banner was
I know,
Anchorman for like 3 years.
I know. Who's the fourth person in that?
Who's Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, Paul
Rudd.
Rudd's in that too. Oh, wow.
Who we're supposed to meet.
We were supposed to go on a date and it never happened.
You were supposed to go on a date with Paul Rudd?
Yes, a movie date.
Wait, no,
Okay, it wasn't,
he's
it
married
wasn't.
to like somebody
He's
really
married.
big.
He's
Wait.
married.
Oh, wait. I think we took. Is this the little contest that you did? And
Little
then you.
contest.
Philanthropic queen.
Thank you.
Yes.
It wasn't a date, but they definitely made it seem like it would be. It said you could win. We were at a charity event, and they're like, you could win a movie night with Paul Rudd, and I was like, let's fucking go. Like, let's do it. Bid. Remy's like, we got this, bitch. Do it. I was like, oh my god, you're so right. Let's go. It's for charity. Obviously, just for charity.
So the highest bid. It's one of the
highest
silent
bid-
auctions.
Yeah. I gotta have a paddle. I felt so cool.
So were you doing it
Oh.
for the charity or were you doing it for Mr. Rudd?
Is both a bad
Okay, no,
answer?
los dos. Well, here's our thing. We won, which is so exciting. And they said at his next premiere has come and gone.
Well, they said movie night with Paul Rudd. I was like, oh my god, yes. I pictured me, Remy, him, and his wife cuddled up on his couch.
And his wife.
Once I found out he was married,
Cuddled up on his couch. Very,
you know, movie night.
Yeah.
But then I signed the paper and I looked at the fine print and it said movie premiere. And I was like, oh. So we're in the same room, technically. But I'm probably in the very front in the nosebleed, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's like in the back.
They really sold it like differently. Like
Yeah,
that's
which is
I don't
fine.
like
it's
that.
fine. It went viral on TikTok, obviously, because I'm like, oh my god, movie night, but it hasn't happened yet. So I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be the next premiere. Maybe it'll be Ghostbusters because that was the next movie he was in. And then that didn't happen, which I was kind of glad because I was like, if it's gonna be something at least like a Marvel movie,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So then part of me was thinking, you know what if I tell him like, oh, it's okay, it doesn't have to happen, but like, hey, we have a podcast if you want to come on.
That could count as movie night
That
because
could
we're
count as a
the
movie
camera.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. I get
Well, fingers
DMs pretty
crossed.
frequently of like, hey, when is the movie night?
No, we should follow up.
we have.
When is
but
our movie night?
I don't know.
How much did you pay for it?
$5,000.
Oh, and you haven't gotten this movie
I
night
would have
yet.
been up, blowing up that
Yeah.
email just like,
Every day
Not
I'd have been blowing
forgotten
up.
about. I do.
No, because we followed up a few times and I was like, oh, well, if it's a movie premiere, it makes sense. Like, you don't have movie premieres every month.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
I did look at his IMDb, and he is in pre-production for a lot of things.
No. Oh, yeah. He's iconic.
save
I
it,
love
save
him.
it for a good one. And like,
That's
wait
why
for
I was
the
like,
right
you
Use
know
our
what?
card.
Ghostbusters, we can do without.
Do you think him on his side right now? He's just like with his team. He's like, oh, who won? Alicia.
No, yeah.
He's like, oh, I gotta do a movie night
Zane-
with
Zane,
her?
he's like,
please tell me the fine print
just
say. What
push
did the
it.
fine print say?
No, just push it. No. Well, tell her we'll get to it.
He avoids booking movies, so he doesn't ever have to go to London.
You're the reason his career ends.
He's like, oh my God, she's such a mega
His wife is
fan.
like, I'm
He's
so
like,
sorry,
I didn't
honey.
approve to this. He's like, come on, Selena. I didn't approve to
Or
this.
no,
Selena.
the wife is a big fan, so she's like, I'll just do it for you. I'm actually a really big fan.
No, they heard me somewhere be like, oh yeah, it's going to be a movie night. And then they're like, X, no.
It's just crazy
damn.
because one of our friends bid, and she did lunch with Camila Cabello and went like
It was
the
like-
week after.
Yeah, it was that week.
Selena?
But it's okay. It's going to happen.
No, it's gonna
I'm
happen.
manifesting he wants to come on Pretty Basic.
What does lunch mean? What did lunch
She
mean
went
with
to
her?
lunch with Camila Cabello.
It was just her?
Just them two.
No way.
Yeah,
so
just
that
lunch.
shit actually exists
Yeah,
where like
it
celebrities are going
It was
one
all
on
for
one.
charity.
It was for charity.
Like, that's what you were bidding
Still though, I'm surprised that it was still that intimate and that like.
I know.
That's crazy. I
That's
wonder if it was like
crazy.
kind of awkward. Like, so you paid for this, and like we're, I guess let's.
for. Like, I will say, at least at like an event or a premiere, there's people around. So it's like, okay, let's do our bit. Haha. But like a one-on-one lunch, I get anxiety
Crazy.
alone with even people I'm friends with but haven't seen in a long time, let alone someone like Camila. Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, so
imagine being the person like sitting there knowing that they paid $5 or so grand to come have lunch with you, I would feel like this better be the best lunch they've ever had.
There's a lot on your plate.
I would try so hard to make sure that it was like worth it and it was like fun. Because if it was like awkward,
at least they agreed to it. Like, you know, she was.
It's for a good cause.
Also,
similarly,
you've done some Make-A-Wish things, right? Like, I feel like that same pressure where you're like, you have to make this the best day ever.
I'm so sorry. Like, in my head, I was like, why? You could have done
anybody else.
Anybody else. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. This is if I had one wish, it would not be to see me at all.
It is pretty wild to think about. Like,
but it
they
is. I mean, it's
chose
so
you.
sweet.
That's
No,
so cool.
It's so like honestly, like I cried. I cried. They didn't even cry.
If it makes you feel any better, usually they have like a list of people, and if they can't hit like the first few people, then they'll go to
It's like number 20. Alicia Marie again.
You could have been like the plan Z, and like that makes you feel better. Yeah, that makes you feel better.
They have a list where if it doesn't work out, you go to the next person.
Oh no, I was just
because I was thinking like like they didn't even make their wish happen. That's so.
Well, in my head, I'm like, go to Disneyland.
Yeah. But I feel like shit doesn't like fall through, you know, with certain people that they really want to meet. So I'm sure they go to like the next person. There has to be a system.
In my head, I'm just like, I hope it was worth it. Because to me, I'm like, oh, like it breaks my heart. Just like the fact, like it honestly, like I cried because I was just thinking like this is crazy and so weird.
Is that something you got hit up like you got like an email saying this person, or was it something like you said, hey, if anybody wants to do like a Make-A-Wish,
they hit up my my management, and like it was weird because I like honestly I'm not even kidding. I sobbed. They were like, do you want to do it? And I'm like, of fucking course. Who would say no? Who would say no?
There are people. I'm sure a lot of people that say no.
But I was just like.
Because I'm sure, like, think of like really, really big people that get emails like that all the time. You can't hit everybody.
But
so like saying no to certain people is really sad.
I know we love JoJo Siwa here, and she was saying that she does quite a few, and she'll ask them like, okay, well, what are their ages? Because if they're under a certain age, then she knows they want like JoJo with the bows and JoJo, and if it's someone older, then she's like, okay, maybe someone who like, you know, her music career currently right now. So she'll just make sure, so she'll show up and give them like the full JoJo Siwa like bow experience if they want.
Oh,
I know, isn't that sweet?
Nice.
I want JoJo coming in.
Oh yeah,
I want to see the car.
Yes.
I wanted to roll up in the car.
That would be it. You go for a ride in the car, you go back, there's like a full performance, and it's like
I'm good to go.
No, I feel like I sounded like a bitch, but honestly, like it is really like, it's crazy that people like want that.
We find out Alicia's in an agency where they push her name out to different people. Hey, before
you know, hey, so sorry, we can't get Taylor Swift, but however, we got something really good.
She's available all the time.
She was really hard to get.
Well, if anybody out there, we're all available.
Yes, and we'll all four come to you at the same time.
Yes.
Ooh. Full fantasy.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd will be waiting.
Yes. He'll be the second. He's actually under us on the list. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'm ready. Let's hit this intro, baby, and let's get into it.
We have some big news. Hit it.
Oh, sorry. Do not. Absolutely not.
It was because I said the last thing. I was excited.
He was hit it.
I'm Zane. I'm Heath.
I'm Remy. I'm Alicia.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Basically Unfiltered. I'm Remy.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Zane.
And I'm Heath.
And we are basically unfiltered.
And today we have some very exciting news. We've been teasing it a little bit here and there, but today we're here with our full big announcement. Today, right now, as you're listening, you can check out the description box that I write every week.
You do.
Wait.
What?
Oh no, sorry. I was actually clearing my throat. I wasn't.
He was like, well, I upload.
Well, I copy and paste and put it into the description.
I do send it to Zane, and Zane does copy and paste.
He said,
I do, and that takes a lot of work. You know, I'm
Really
gonna
is
copy
important.
Wait,
it
Remy,
is.
one time you weren't available, and I was like, oh, can you just like write something? He literally goes, you want me to do the impossible?
Impossible.
He's like, I'm sorry, you want me to write a whole description for that? I can't do that.
No, like the world stopped for a second. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'll figure it out.
Some weeks are better than others.
I told Alicia, like, I can. You're not going to be very happy with it, but I can.
It's a fun episode.
I can try.
We kind of hang out.
No, that's literally what it would be like.
Remy, I don't really remember what we talked about,
Oh,
but I know it was
super
good
fun.
It was a good one.
It was really funny.
This one's really good, I promise.
I just had to give myself credit because one time somebody commented that Mariah did it, and I was so honored because we all know Mariah's actually funny. Anyways, check out the description box. You can read what I wrote. / also our Patreon is officially live
right now. If you want to join our Patreon, the best way for you to sign up is open your mobile app browser or your computer and type in patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered. Super easy, just patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered.
And that'll bring you to our page where you can choose which tier you want to sign up for. The first tier option is our $5 tier.
So good.
Which includes
early access to ad-free Basically Unfiltered podcast episodes and promo codes for all merch drops.
The second option is our $10 tier called
So fucking good.
And with the $10 tier, you're going to get exclusive bonus content, at least 4 videos every single month. And this can range from an extra podcast episode, a vlog, a mukbang, etc.
You'll also still get early access to ad-free Basically Unfiltered podcast episodes and promo codes for all merch drops. Again, guys, don't forget, grab your phone, get on your laptop, your desktop, whatever it is, and go on the internet and go to patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered. You can sign up. We'll have the link in the description box, and we can't wait for you to join and see all of our fun content.
Let's go.
But I wanted to start this off because I just found out the most insane news I've ever heard. Remy's uncle made one of my childhood favorite video games. She said it so casually, and I absolutely screamed. I was freaking out.
I've never seen you get that excited before.
That was I still can't get over it. So her uncle made the video game Mirror's Edge. I don't know if anybody watching knows what it is, but it's basically like a free running video game, and it's so cool. And I can't believe that's your uncle.
How we discovered this is Cal was FaceTiming us before we started, and Jordan was like, "Oh, I like your Mirror's Edge mouse pad." And I was like, "Thank you so much." My uncle, well, I don't know why I said thank you. I said, my uncle made that game, and then they both started freaking out.
Yeah.
And it's a really good story, so I said I would save it for the podcast. I called my aunt and my uncle. They said it's cool to tell this. So long story short, my uncle grew up in Sweden. It's not long story short. No. As I said,
So my uncle was born.
Long story short.
So let's take it back to like 1970. So he grew up in Sweden, and I believe he was like 12 or so. Also, I'm sorry if I get any of these facts wrong because I have a cyst in my brain that makes me forget things. I'm starting to brain.
I say the same thing too. Yeah, I have a
blaming
cyst in my brain too, y'all.
You know, I really do though.
You
know,
do?
I found that out because I got concussed recently, and they did an MRI, and I had a cyst in my brain.
How'd you get concussed?
A box fell on my head because Cal put the box above the cabinet, and then I got a concussion. The
box didn't give you a cyst.
No. I've had the cyst for like my whole life. I just didn't know.
Wow.
It could have been a box of stuffed animals, but no, it was a box of paint cans that fell on my head.
I think I have a cyst in my brain.
You should check it out.
I will.
I'm okay though. She's still the same
We
size.
see that actually your whole brain is
It's gone. It's gone.
your whole brain.
It's just
I was so scared though because they said if I had to go get it checked out again, they said that if it got bigger, then they would have to do potentially brain surgery, and they have to go through your nose to do that.
No
Isn't that crazy?
way.
I'm fine. I just got my second MRI.
I prefer that over like
Drilling into my brain. That's
crack
true.
my skull
Yeah,
in the
I imagine something
Do
through your
not.
fucking nose.
I'd be like,
No
give me a
way.
nose job while you're
nose.
at it.
You ever
I
seen
prefer nose.
like pictures and videos of like lobotomies?
Yeah.
No.
It's insane.
And if you're going through my nose, why don't you fix it while you're at it? You know what I mean?
said.
Give it a little break.
Fix it while you're at it. That's what my dad did.
crazy.
Broke his fucking nose. Liar. Just
a
liar.
I still can't believe that.
Liar.
That was crazy.
Man, been lying to me my whole life.
Have you talked to him yet about it?
I know I haven't, but I'm gonna bring it up next time. I'm gonna see him in like a month, so I'm 100% gonna bring
Do it
it
in
up.
person.
And I'm gonna record it.
Oh, you are.
He's
I'm gonna do a hidden
sit down.
camera.
Patreon.
He's like a secret watcher. He's going to sit down with his list and he's going to be like, so on this episode, you talked about my nose job. On this episode, you said I kidnapped you.
He didn't kidnap me. We were just taking a long vacation.
Just a long vacation.
I had fun, as long as I had fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my uncle grew up in Sweden. Again, sorry if I got the facts wrong. I'll get the real facts and then come
It could
back.
have been Norway.
That's the
don't
one
know.
thing. I do know
Not
it's
It
Sweden.
could be another
as a
game.
country.
I do. Yes. It's not. Amsterdam is not a country.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they said?
Yeah, all the comments were like, "There's 5 people in this fucking room, and not one person realized
That is
Amsterdam
pretty
is not
crazy.
a country."
It's a city.
That was from 2 episodes ago.
In the Netherlands, correct?
Yeah.
Which are the country. Yes, yes.
Wow.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But I'm glad that we're all together on this. We're all in the same boat. It's not like
hey, it wasn't our answer.
What?
you still should have caught that though.
Amsterdam
I
is
wasn't
in
listening.
the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, Jordan?
City.
Can we fact check that? Thank you so much.
And you
Just
know what?
making
I think
sure.
one person may have caught that watching, and they typed out the comment, and then everybody was just like, they saw it, and they're like, oh yeah,
Again, brain rot. We don't fact check.
yeah.
It is in the Netherlands, right? Cool. Okay.
Even
I
though we
wasn't even
just
sure
did.
about that. I just said,
Okay, so my
now.
uncle was whatever age he was at a on a field with a bunch of his friends, and they were hanging on a soccer goalpost, and they're swinging and swinging, and then all of a sudden the soccer goalpost falls backwards and falls onto his face, and so obviously like it broke a lot of things. So it broke his nose and like his cheekbones and things like that.
Damn.
They rushed him to the hospital, and because it's Europe or Sweden, they have great universal health care. So basically they like gave him a nose job, but he was so young that they were like, well, we're not sure exactly how your nose is going to grow because you're obviously like 12 right
so
now.
young.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
shit.
yeah, we're just kind of guessing what it would have looked like. And then here's some money when you turn 18 or whatever age, like come back and get it redone.
Wait, hold on. So they couldn't even find out what his nose looked like because it was so broken?
It was, I think it just fell flat. So they're just kind of like making
They
it
didn't
up.
want to
my
like
God.
reconstruct to like a
It's,
random
yeah,
looking
damn,
nose.
that sucks.
I think it was just like salvaging. Again, I'll get the real facts and I'll come back. But I believe they're just like salvaging what they could. They're like, here's some money. Now, after that, legally in Sweden, all goalposts have to be chained down now because of that.
because of that
No way.
Because of
incident?
that incident.
Wow.
And so then when later on in life he ended up never getting that nose job, he just had this lump sum of money, and with that money he like loved video games, and then ended up with a bunch of his friends starting a video game company called Dice.
Insane.
Isn't that crazy? Like from the nose job
That's
money.
wild.
And so started Dice, and then created Mirror's Edge, and that's I think around the time where he met my aunt, and the character from Mirror's Edge was like based loosely on my aunt, and that game is like his baby. Like that's his child. I think I was probably like 8 or so when that game came out. I was young, and my brother and I would go to GameStop and be like, yeah, Mirror's
that's my
Edge.
aunt.
Yeah, my uncle made that game. Like we're just talking really loudly so that the workers would hear us.
That's
They didn't give a
funny.
fuck.
the girl, because it's like about her character, so that's
Yes.
based on your aunt.
Yes, or just like inspired
You
by
loved your
her.
aunt. in
You
a
did
way.
too. I didn't want to say nothing.
You loved
We
her
both
aunt.
talked about it.
She's
Sexual
gorgeous.
awakening.
Sexual awakening. Damn.
I'm gonna send her this
That's
episode.
crazy how that
Zane,
connects to
it
her
was Mirror's
aunt.
Edge and Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
Yeah, Dead or Alive beach volleyball. Those,
She's like, yeah, that's on my whole family.
that's my cousins,
Yeah.
my grandparents.
My grandma.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
It's like I've actually never played, but it's a parkour game,
Yeah,
right?
it's free running,
And
so-
I've always heard that it was like one of the first ones.
Yes, it's so sick. It's so well made.
Isn't that cool?
That's so
funny.
sick.
I also just have to say he didn't do Mirror's Edge 2 because I heard that one's
Very
not very
important.
good. So let
Very
me just
important.
say that the first one was like his baby, and we still love her so much.
Before the comments come in about the second one.
Yeah, they're probably like,
yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, no.
He didn't take part in that, just so
Oh
you know.
man.
That's crazy that you brought up
Wild.
the that he broke his nose off a soccer goal post because that's how I broke my chin was off a
Really?
soccer goal post. As soon as I'm like, oh my god,
Did it
I was
fall
about to-
on you too?
My dad was playing soccer, like he was on a soccer league, and I was waiting for him as a kid. I was around probably the same age, maybe like 8. And my cleats got stuck in the net, and I fell, and I landed on the goalpost, and my chin was
God.
open like this, just like hanging. I couldn't feel anything, but everybody's freaking out, like get in the hospital, and I just feel it dangling. It was-
Your chin?
my chin was just busted open. Yeah,
I did the same thing too. When I was
terrible. And they had to like put it back together and sew it up, and now I have this like crazy scar right under my chin.
I have one too. I think every like little boy did the same thing.
Just
a lot of
she
people I know
busted their
have
chin.
that scar right across here. Mine was I was hanging on monkey bars. And you
it's
know how
always
they're
the monkey
elevated like
bars.
for like a playground, and then there's like the platform. So it's like
Yeah.
ground, platform, monkey bars.
There's
go
a
across.
platform under the monkey bars.
Like
No,
what you
so, like,
step
you're-
up to get
To, like,
You're
jump
stepping
get
on
to
it,
the- yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like up high,
Oh,
and then you like
no.
stand there, and then
yeah.
you monkey bar across until you get to the other
Other
platform.
one.
I know what you're
I
gonna
was on
say.
the last bar getting ready to step, and I slipped,
Flip.
and I fell from the bar all the way down and hit
Oh.
my chin on the platform, and then fell to the ground.
Oh my god.
And it was just wide open.
Crazy.
It was day one of our family vacation too.
No, where?
We were going to the theme park, so Islands of Adventure, Disney.
And you didn't get to do that?
Oh, I went with stitches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had to. They had to like make sure you still got to go to that, just in case.
There's so many things at elementary schools that kids get so hurt by that they keep out, like tetherball. I remember so many kids would just get smacked in the face and have to go to the hospital because of it.
I don't get the point of that game. It is the dumbest. You just slap it around in a circle and
Is the game you have to try to get it to the top?
Yes.
But there's 2 players, right? Like one, like you have to try to get it
I'm trying to hit it one way. You're trying to get it to go the other way.
to wrap all the way to the top
Yeah.
from your end.
Yeah.
It is a pretty dumb game.
At least you don't have to like chase the ball.
Also, let's get rid of those shin breakers in the playground. It's like a balance beam like this high that like does that.
Oh, terrible.
The amount of times I split my shin open
For what?
I don't know what you're talking
Is that
about.
gymnastic? Like a
It's
beam?
all right. So
It's
it's
a
like a beam
metal-
that's like this high, and it will have different design. So like one will be like a
one will be straight.
zigzag.
It's like a metal 2x4 with the sharpest edges.
Are you supposed to walk on it?
Yeah, you just walk on it. You just do
I
this
didn't
as a
have
kid. You just go
that.
like
Mine
that.
was just straight. It wasn't
Whoa.
like curved. It was just like a
Awful.
straight one.
Yeah, terrible. For
Get
like
rid of
kids
it.
should
Never
not
had
be
that.
on something like that.
You know what I wish I had though? I never had it, and you always see it in movies and cartoons. Is the little horse that is on like the spring? I want to do that.
I have one of those on the
I-
spring, right?
I want like an adult like size version of it so I can do
Noted.
it. I want that feeling.
But you know that like they hurt. Have
Yeah,
you ever
they're
like
aggressive.
They're aggressive and they hurt your junk. They don't feel
I
good.
would, yeah, I would imagine. It's
Yeah.
not the, but I never had one as a kid. So I wish like my backyard is gonna one day.
You know what is also dangerous? The spinning,
Yep.
Merry-go-round thing.
the merry-go-round. Not the merry. It's a.
The spinning one.
Yeah, where you
It's-
hold the center,
You
right?
hold it.
yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, the centrifugal force.
It's made of just like the heaviest metal.
I think playgrounds in general are pretty scary.
Oh my gosh! I just unlocked a memory when we were just talking about playgrounds.
Please.
When I was in elementary, there was the playground outside, and there was like the huge field. And I remember we were out in the field, and I was just walking around, and I looked down, and there was a metal baton, and it was one of the ones that police officers use. So it's like about a foot long, and you take it like this, and you sling it like that, and the whole thing shoots out, and there's a big metal ball at the end of it.
Oh, is it like the Star Wars like?
I was picturing a
those-
lightsaber.
Yeah, lightsabers,
Kind of like that
right?
type of thing where you go like this, and it'll like extend.
Yeah.
It like telescopes out. But it
But
was
this
like
is for the cops.
cops use them. It's like a huge
It was just on the playground.
on the playground.
That's
That's
crazy that it got
sketch.
left
Hurt a
there.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember picking it up, and I was like, "This is so cool."
The teacher's
And
like,
then
ah!
and then they took it from me.
As they should.
It was on the school playground.
How weird is that?
I wonder how
very
that got
weird.
there.
I don't know.
Maybe like career day.
I was picturing a show and tell, maybe.
My
kid
mind
brings
went
his
to
dad.
like a chase where like somebody like hopped a fence, and the,
Oh.
and the cop was like running after,
Through a
and maybe it
school.
like fell.
Not bad.
One of my this is so different, but another reason why playgrounds can be dangerous. One of my friends just posted on TikTok recently. She took her kid to the playground, and it just is so hot. And she didn't realize the kid went and put her hand on the slide and got like a 2nd-degree burn or something crazy because the
I
playground
can
gets
imagine.
so
It's metal.
hot. Yeah, they make them metal.
It's
Why
like,
are
like
they
actual.
metal?
They don't like paint over to make it like it's
It
just
burns
a
your
gray
skin.
Yeah.
metal sheet.
She had like a little baby cast because she was so burnt from putting her hands on the slide.
So bad.
What in their thought process goes like, let's make this
For children.
where it's in
A
when
giant
it's in the sun.
reflective
Yeah.
mirror of
Oh,
the
it
sun.
was so hot.
Yeah, I know.
What is
it
going
was
through
so
their mind?
sad.
Yeah, playgrounds are.
Are they still
bad.
like the? I feel like I still see them on like TikTok. Like people post a video of their kid going down the slide. It's still the metal sheet.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some that have, instead of like sand, it's that like cushiony material. Have you seen
Oh,
those?
I love that material. It's like a bounce house on that thing. You could bounce high.
No,
But-
I've never
all
seen
of our
that.
playgrounds were chopped up tires.
What?
oh yeah, that was the mulch.
Yeah.
It was like mulch, but
It was
supposed
just
to look
it's like
mulch.
it's just
Oh.
rubber chunks.
Ours was
Yeah.
always like a
Like-
sandbox, like a big sandbox thing.
Oh.
It all
Oh, yeah,
depended
it
on
Mine
was
were
like-
wood chips.
Oh, great! They cause
Oh,
cancer.
beautiful.
Awesome.
Are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah,
but like,
it's-
that makes sense.
They
Especially
literally
like
take
melted.
tires and they
melted
throw it
rubber.
into like a wood chipper.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of chunks.
It's crazy how like there was so much shit like that we didn't know. Like or even Heath was just telling me the other day about like the Wizard of the Oz movie, how that tin can
Yes,
man.
yes.
The Tin Man?
The Tin Man?
Horrible.
What about him?
Didn't you tell me like 2 days ago that they put like this face paint all over his face and it was
Put
like
all over
all
his body.
Like
You didn't
lead.
tell me this?
Wasn't it
No.
like lead or something
Yes.
crazy?
Yeah, it was like,
yeah. That whole movie is like,
like,
super
missed-
They're
doomed.
crazy.
Oh
shit
yeah,
out
there
of
was
the whole
something too about like asbestos like all over the set and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
the fake snow in the movie was just like straight up like asbestos. And they're like breathing it in like through the poppy fields. It's just like everything was just yeah.
That whole movie. We should honestly like do a full deep dive on that because
Just
that
watch
one's
it again?
crazy. I've
It's
seen
crazy.
a lot of stuff about that one.
Me to everything.
Every 5 minutes.
Patreon.
We go to a playground.
Good plug. Good plug.
Patreon.
Well, also they put a to make what's her name? Dorothy, like the tip of her nose, they wanted it to be like up, so they had like a splint in her nose the whole time of filming, so it would like go up. Isn't that crazy?
No way.
Yeah. Like
Wait,
they like
and why?
Zane's like, I
So
should have
it
done
looks-
that instead of.
What did she do?
Wait, what's that
Send me
splint
the
called
link.
again?
Send me the
Can you
link.
get that on Amazon?
Yeah, crazy.
Interesting.
And that was just like
It was a different time.
It really
was.
was.
It was
Poor Dorothy.
You know, I played Dorothy in 4th grade.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
star potential.
Wait, like a school play?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So
it's a-
how was a school play? Like, did you actually have to memorize lines?
Yes,
Or-
it was
Yeah.
horrible. It was so hard. Like props to everybody on Broadway and anybody that does plays and shows and performances like that. It's so difficult. Like I remember memorizing the lines and it was so tough because it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you can't get like a line read to you on
Think,
stage.
imagine think about a movie, all the lines,
But at
and
least
you're
some-
remembering every single line for a movie.
and choreography and staging.
And staging where
Yeah.
you need to be because if you're not in the right spot, it messes somebody else's up.
that
Like
I couldn't do. My mental health.
And at
like-
least with movies, it's like
mental health.
scenes. So you
Yeah.
only have to memorize like scenes. Like you have to know everything, but each time it's like a scene at a time versus like Broadway is just the whole thing at once.
but I loved it though. I was Jed Clampett.
what's that?
It was like an old show. that I
Oh,
was
okay.
in.
Is it like a popular play that?
Not that it was a popular play, but the show was really popular. They're like the Beverly Hillbillies. You never heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
So the Beverly Hillbillies, they're like hillbillies that ended up finding oil on their property and made like millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Oh,
so they
shit.
moved to Beverly Hills, and they're just like really, really rich, like rednecks.
Trying to live the LA life
yeah,
while being hillbillies.
yeah.
That's really. I like that.
It was like a really, really popular show. But yeah, so I was the dad in the show.
Oh, sick.
Ah.
But yeah, it was so fun, but like really like scary being on stage, right?
Well, it's especially now being older. If I was to watch a kid's play, I'd be like, "Oh, cute, they messed up." But like when
Yeah.
you were that age, you're like, "This is Hollywood, and I have to take it so seriously."
There's important people.
Yeah,
watching.
the first
They're
one.
scouts.
All yes.
Somebody's got to be a scout.
Yes.
There's like scouts that go to like plays like that, right?
Not
you
for
think?
like
I
middle
feel like
school
maybe
plays.
high
No.
school.
You know, I feel like they're always at like the Cheesecake Factory, like malls. You remember being a kid and like someone come up and be like, "Have you
Talent
considered
scouts?
modeling?"
Yes.
Yeah.
That was like a thing.
Yeah.
How,
Those-
Halsey got found in a mall. Halsey?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She was like
Wait,
singing
doesn't
in
she
the
have
mall.
that video of her singing in the mall?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's
the
what
thing?
that was.
That's
one
what
of
it was. I've seen that video.
I don't know
but
if
that
it was that
when-
exact one, but I
Oh.
know like she was.
I know
like,
there's
scouted
the
that way.
meme from her singing in the mall.
I've
I know
seen that one. I've seen
yeah.
the meme one, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was like when
I
she
don't
was
know
at
if
the
it's the
mall
same one.
singing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was she
crazy.
singing for people in the mall, or like someone just came up to her and was like,
I feel like
you-
it had to have been, yeah, because there used to be like stages. I mean, there still isn't like a mall, but there's like people would like perform and
Oh
like,
yeah,
you
those
know?
runways that they.
Yeah, but that's how you used to have to like scout talent. Like now it's just all online. You
Like
know?
Brad,
But, like,
Brad Pitt
before-
was just found working in a restaurant.
El Pollo
Crazy.
Loco.
Actually?
Yes.
Was it El Pollo Loco?
It was like a fast food joint.
or
like
no,
that.
maybe it wasn't
No
El Pollo. I think it was
way.
something like it was a fast food
some
joint
sort of
like
fast
that.
food
Yeah.
chain.
That's
No
crazy.
way. Brad
Just-
Pitt?
Yes.
Yeah, I want a Hollywood story like that.
Well, we're on our way.
I feel like you have.
We're working towards it.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like, imagine being found like
Oh,
that. Like you're in a
instead of?
store and someone's like, "You have potential."
You're gorgeous.
Imagine.
Have you ever thought about?
You know, did Matt King, did he tell you how he was at a working out in a gym and somebody came up to him and was like, "Hey, we have a show called Are You the One? Would you want to be on the show?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm
way.
good." But they tried scouting him in a gym
Oh
while
my
working out.
god.
This is
Not cra-
before.
No.
social media?
This was like
This was years and years and years.
this was
ago.
maybe like no. This
Really?
was like this was like when we were
Denny
living.
House.
Yeah, Denny House. Yeah.
Is that the one where they do the personality tests and then put like your perfect match in like?
Yes.
That's the same one, right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
really cool. But yeah, he turned it down. Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, DraftKings Casino.
Guys, NFL Week 1 is here. I've been waiting. I'm so excited. As a new football girly, you know I'm super excited for the season. And a new season means new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Go Pack Go.
And are you ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking a player to score a touchdown.
Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the best place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BASICALLY. That's code BASICALLY for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL plus premium on us.
Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467369.
In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance.
For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, visit dkng.co/ftball.
NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms. Thank you so much, DraftKings Casino, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
Speaking of dating, how have you guys been? Any updates to bring to the show for your dating lives?
No, I actually haven't been on a dating app since we talked about it at that
Really?
other episode. Yeah.
Really? No
Yeah,
dating
I-
apps?
Delete them right after?
No, I didn't delete it. I just, again, it's work. It's like you have to go on, you have to go search through. I just haven't.
Yeah.
Have you met anybody out and
I'm
about?
traditional.
Nobody's just catch your attention or anything?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What
That's
would
all
they
right.
have to do to catch your attention?
Give me like 30 seconds. Like just act interested in me and then I'll be interested in you.
That's all it takes?
Yeah.
It's all it takes.
Easy.
It's really
okay.
easy.
Alicia, any dating updates?
Not really. I'm trying to get better at just like forcing myself to go on dates because I want to be such a good dater. And I feel like I have friends who are like, oh
Well,
my God,
don't
yeah, I
force
wanna-
them on a date.
I'm not
you
going
know?
to force them on
Okay,
a date.
okay.
Don't
Good.
force yourself on them either.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we won't be doing
No
that.
force. Yeah, just
Just keep
forcing.
it. Yeah, keep it cute. Keep it cute.
And that's what we're doing. We're keeping it cute.
It's tough out here.
I know on a recent episode of Pretty Basic, you were talking about the guy that texted you right as you were thinking about him. Or you were talking about him, and then he texted
It
you.
was a weird
Oh.
moment.
Serendipitous.
Some would say.
Did you think it was like a sign? You were like,
I was just like, that's weird. I was like, that's weird. Well, I'm trying to start going on dates more because I'm like, I just need to like go on dates. I don't need to, but I feel like I should.
It is like you should thing too. Like you have to really force yourself to do it. You can't be like a
My problem is like, especially with apps, I have to know someone's personality before I can like actually like them. But if I can easily be like, oh, that guy's hot. But for me to actually like someone, I have to like know their personality, which sucks because that means I have to actually go on a date to figure out their fucking personality.
right.
What's
I
wrong?
don't want to go on a date.
The 15-minute coffee date don't sound too bad after
You know,
all.
it
does
doesn't,
it?
and it doesn't.
Doesn't sound too bad. So like if I go out to anywhere, restaurant, bar, wherever, and I meet somebody, right? In the first 2 minutes, I know if I'm interested or not. And then I know it, I have the answer, and we don't have to sit there for the next
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Wait, but
2
that's
minutes.
the box theory we were talking about.
It's
how
very-
guys
it's
are
very
like
easy.
instantly they put you in a box of like, I want to date you, I want to hook up with you, or I don't want anything to do with you.
That box theory is right. I didn't want to
There's no one that's ever changed your mind.
maybe as we're friends, but
I will say, just while we were on it, one of Mariah, her friends just went on a date, and it was a 15-minute coffee date.
How was it?
how was it?
Because she chose it to be, or how did that work
It's just
out?
yeah, it was just like
'Cause
they
he
were,
left.
they were chatting.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, you want to grab coffee real quick, and it was just like a little coffee
First
meetup.
date ever?
Yeah,
And it went well?
and it went well, and then they hung out at night after.
I
But
think
did
it works.
extend, or they met up again
yeah,
later?
it was just a coffee date, and then I was like, all right, I'll see you later. You busy later? And then she was like, yeah, yeah, I'm not busy or whatever.
Yeah,
and
why?
then they hung out again at night.
That's actually really cute.
But yeah, coffee, 15-minute test
See,
of
I
water.
feel
Cute
like
when a girl does it.
No, I
Huh?
think it's just like it was your thought process. I think that's why.
No,
we were
that's exactly
laughing
how I
at
meant it. It was a quick 15-minute coffee date.
Okay.
Just grab a quick coffee.
I
But
think
see,
I think it's cute. After
Well-
15. If you want to hang out with them more, then set up another day or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I could see it in the sense of like if I had a more traditional job where I have an hour break and it's like, oh yeah, on my lunch break, let's meet up. Oh, it has to be quick. I got to get back to work. But like,
if it's discussed beforehand instead of like showing up and it,
Yeah,
you
well,
not
that-
being, you not being aware.
oh, this is great.
I mean, it would
got thoughts.
it'd be discussed that it was a 15-minute coffee
Okay,
date
okay.
before.
I think we didn't get the full context before.
I'm so curious, like for you guys, like you guys have recently been on dates, though. I don't.
I already,
What
sorry.
what has been like what have they done that you're like, no, I just don't want to see this person again, right? Like, because I feel like I've talked to you and you're like, yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's just it could be a million different things. You know what I mean? It's like meeting somebody. You either hit it off or
It's
you
just
don't
the
hit it
vibe,
off.
isn't it?
It's a vibe, yeah.
Got it.
It's like Mariah. It's like it's something like you were hitting it off, like something. It's not like
My question in the first 2 minutes when you decide, is it just like, are you like, yes, I see a future with this person or no? Or is it like, yes, I'm sexually attracted to this person or no? Yes, I'm just attracted to this person, yes or no? Like, is it just a simple yes or no in your
Or
head?
is it like a chemistry versus non?
what? Yes, I'm gonna take the 2 minutes back. I was over exaggerating.
Okay,
in
okay.
that sense.
First date.
I wouldn't even say first date. I think what when you go on a date with somebody, you like them for their looks. 100%, it's for their looks. Like you don't really like their person because you don't know.
Especially
you don't know who
dating
they
app,
are.
I agree.
Dating app, yeah. When you're matching with somebody
Before you
think
even
they're
speak in
attractive.
person.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
I'm talking about when I meet like any girl out, like even in person. I think in like about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be having a conversation with them, or I see them, and then I'll go and I'll turn back around and be like, But that very, very quickly, and then it runs in my head, marriage, hookup, or just friends.
Wow.
quickly, yeah.
You think that far ahead?
Yeah.
You think
I plan
I know you
ahead.
talk about the whole box thing, but I don't think marriage is one of the boxes.
Oh yeah, not marriage. Sorry, relationship.
I think it's just like
Yeah, like
future or no future.
Baby mama, like baby mama.
not
hookup.
future, just baby mama.
Baby mama hookup. Yeah.
It's just weird hearing that when you saw it as a TikTok theory and then it turns true, you know? Yeah.
I don't think everybody thinks like that, but I think it's a
I think
possibility
I
that a
could
lot
see
of
it.
people do. Yeah.
I'm so perplexed by you.
Why?
I think just like, what if your gut's wrong? What if they like just flopped on the first date and they should like get another chance? Maybe they were nervous.
I think it's more
The therapy.
There's
like,
there's
like, like it's
there's
therapy.
so many people on this earth. You know what I mean? So I like constantly like thinking about it and going back. I think if the spark's there, it should happen immediately.
Okay.
That's I like believe in that.
Okay.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird because like we found our people.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it must feel
Must
good
be nice
being on that side. How's that side look? How's that side look?
I want you guys to be happy.
I'm
Do
very
I not
happy.
look happy?
well, no. Sorry.
with that,
You guys are happy. Obviously.
No,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm extremely content and happy.
Okay.
With me being single right now.
Good.
Like, I don't see
And it should be like that.
I don't feel any desperation. I'm not in my head like, oh my god. I think this environment that we live in helps a lot. Being single.
It's a bubble
If I was in
here.
Florida and I was single, it'd be pretty fucking miserable. I'm not gonna
Especially because
lie.
everybody, like our friends in Florida, they're all married with like
With
3
kids.
kids,
Yeah.
about to
Yeah.
have grandchildren.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
everyone's moving really fast. I feel like it's very slow on this side of town for me.
You guys are in a normal position for people out here. Like there's
Exactly.
yeah.
Everyone like
Yeah.
that. Everyone lives like that out here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
fun.
like we're the odd ones out in LA, honestly.
But you should be very excited and happy. You guys figured it out.
Thank you.
Fun. It's nice.
It is
fun.
exciting.
Any dates coming up, Alicia?
None as of now.
Are we done with the guy?
Do you have any? Well, are you on a dating app right now? You're on Bumble now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's like the last 2 or 3 conversations in your list look like?
Well, so the guy I'm kind of talking to now, I do like how he's persistent. Because one thing with me is like I will not look interested, but I need a guy to be like actually persistent. Because I feel like I always have like my walls up of like you have to kind of like prove yourself first. You know what I mean? So I do like how he's persistent. I like the text banter.
What's persistent mean to you? I'm so curious.
It's a fine fucking line though of like not too much, and that's where it's like I will overthink it and be like, okay, too much, bye, ew. Which like that's my problem.
That it's funny. You'll never get someone like me on that app because I'm the complete opposite of persistent. If I don't get a response, you'll never hear from me again
that's how-
forever until you message me. But like I will never double text like that.
But that's
like-
how I am. So I need someone who's like,
So you need like a double texter. Like if if you don't respond to something that they
Yeah.
are asking, you
Yeah.
need them to text again.
I need them to be like,
Hey, still want to hang out?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that type?
to me.
Yeah.
To me, that looks creepy.
But if it's okay, twice, fine. But if it's like
Triple text
if
is
it's
where
more,
it's
then I'm like, you're a serial killer and you're gonna murder me. So like, it's such a fine line of like not getting an ick. I
Oh,
know.
that's so cute.
I know.
So like,
So you kind of like play games. Is it would that be considered a game?
It's not that I'm
Like you're
intentionally
playing
playing a
games?
game. I think for me, I'm like,
She's just particular.
like I feel like
Yeah.
every guy
Yeah,
says I'm
I don't
like
think it's a game.
intimidating. So I'm like, I need someone who's not intimidated. But then if they're too much, then I'm like, oh, that's too much.
You know what Danielle told me yesterday in the car on our way to your house?
what?
We were talking about something. I think we were talking about a certain person that we met that we saw at the bar, and this kid like reminds me of myself. Like there's just something about him that reminds me of myself. And I asked Danielle, "Hey, is that does he remind you of me? Because I feel like he's." And she's like, "No, Zane, you're really standoffish." And I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "I knew that." But it was really hard hearing that from somebody else. You know when something's very true?
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah. Like
something that you're afraid of that's true, but then someone just like kind of
You're like validates
They
it.
like-
confirms it.
Yeah.
And they say it in such a normal tone where it's like,
It's
oh.
like they're not even scared to tell you because it's that much of a
Yeah,
fact.
that much that it's that
Yeah.
apparent. And she was like, "Oh no, Zane, you're like very standoffish." I'm like, "Oh,
I never thought that.
you are for
You don't
new,
have to do
for
that.
new people, yes.
I never thought that.
new people." Oh no, I know.
Like
that.
our friend group, obviously you're a chatterbox, you're like the
Yeah.
life of the party, but like I get what she means by like standoffish in,
Yeah.
in a new crowd.
It's
That's exactly
it
how I
sucks
am.
like it sucks feeling like people are seeing you as standoffish because it's not a very attractive thing. Like if I'm looking somewhere, I'm looking at a group of
But
people.
again, in my head, I'm like, I'm throwing myself at you.
I'm fucking bending over.
And in
I
reality,
think you're just
I'm
like you're
in
making
reality, this is
yourself
me.
like too available.
Oh, what's that? There's a TikTok of a girl walking by a dude. It's like POV. You're like the dude that that a girl's obsessed with, and she's just she's walking by just like that.
It's so bad. It's
It's
so
really
bad.
funny.
Do you guys think you're coming off like that though because you're like anxious and so
Yeah.
you're overthinking?
Oh,
everything?
100% anxious. I'm fucking. I hate.
See, we would either be horrible together or really good together because
Yeah.
we think the same. But I'm
Right,
leaning
right,
towards the
right.
horrible together.
I want to be the type of person that's just constantly energetic and hey everyone, how are you doing? Being positive, but like my body just.
I've
cannot.
only ever seen you like that though, so that's why I'm surprised.
because we're close, so like. It's,
Oh, I don't think
We're
either of you are
friends now.
standoffish.
And if I like this
I don't
setting,
think you are.
This setting is very comfortable too.
Yeah.
We're very comfortable with each other. I feel like no one's hiding or pretending to be something
It's
they're not. And,
it's
like,
also
we're-
weird too because like sometimes I feel like I'm the most introverted person, and then others I'm like, no, I'm such an extrovert. Like I really don't know.
I feel like I'm a socially outgoing introvert.
I think it all depends on who you're around. At the end of the
Also,
day,
Yeah.
there's something called an ambivert, which I think is like a mixture between the two. So maybe that's
Got
what
it.
you are.
it's an ambivert.
Ambivert, I think. I think that's
Amphibian?
what
They
An
go
an
in the
amphibian.
water
it
and
is.
on
Yeah,
land.
yeah. Wait, can you look that up for me, Jordan?
Heath, you hybrid.
Okay, come on.
Wow, this was like a therapy session for the past 5 minutes. That was crazy.
I think I'm like mostly extroverted.
You're an extrovert.
But sometimes I'm like, I just want to go and be quiet.
I
do that a lot.
That's another thing. Like I love talking and I love being outgoing, but then I also really love just like not talking and just like listening and
Observing.
watching people like do their thing.
Sometimes I get exhausted at the idea of having to go and talk somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'll just like be kind of quiet and just listen.
Like-
I feel the same way.
Even at Mariah's birthday yesterday, because it's not like those house parties where everyone's like drinking and getting crazy. It's the party that we had for Mariah yesterday is pretty much like it is a very conversational. Like you're going there,
Yeah.
you're
Kick back.
conversating. I was sitting there and I'm like I'm talking to a couple people, and after 10 minutes, I like out loud go, "Wow, I can't believe I have to talk like this for the
You're like,
next
oop,
5
that
hours."
was a thought for myself.
Yeah, and I said it out loud, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't need to say that out loud."
How'd
But like
they
I
react?
said, I was, and, they just laughed because that's a crazy thing to say to somebody.
Wow,
I
I was just like, I
You're
can't
like,
believe
oh.
I have to authentically have a small talk conversation like this for the next 5 hours.
I hate small
You
talk.
hate small talk too?
It's unless it's something very, very specific that you're talking about. I mean, every conversation you're having is very small talk.
I love small talk.
really?
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh
do.
my god! Yeah,
I
small
do.
talk. It's just awkward to me.
It's
small
Just
to a
talk.
like
wedding, and it's
little
just-
interactions like at like a coffee shop if you're like ordering something like
Oh,
that
yeah.
type of small talk. Hey, how's it going?
No. That's not small talk. Small talk is like when you're talking to somebody you know.
Even
And
first
you
date
just
though, it's
nothing-
like, where are you from? Da 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 da.
Oh, like basic type questions.
Yeah,
just
very
like,
basic
how have you
questions.
been? Which like I guess I could be better at asking questions.
And that's the thing. I'm not
Maybe
good
it's
at
a me problem.
I'm not good at asking questions, which is why I hate small talk because that's a lot of times that's all I do. That's all I
following
can
up
do
question.
because I can't think of anything in the moment, and then it's like, all right, have a good day, and like I walk away like wanting to melt.
You say
because it
have a
just
good
was-
day to someone when you're at a party and you're like, shit, now I'm
No,
gonna see them the rest of the day.
I'll just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go this way. I always do that. I'm gonna go this way.
What prepped me for small talk is sorority recruitment.
Oh.
We need to go through a boot camp for us for Patreon.
Oh wow,
That's where you learn how to do
We're
small
so
talk.
happy you're finally here.
It's like, oh my God. So how you do sorority recruitment is it's called bumping. So you're like in a little group of girlies and then you're assigned a PNM, which is a potential new member. And then you
This
are
is
like
insane. This is
previously
crazy.
BU Rush.
you literally do like research on them beforehand to know like what they like. So for instance, I had just gone to Europe before I went to college and I got placed with these girls that just studied abroad in Europe. Like, oh my God, so crazy. And so you're talking to them and you like time it and then you call it bumping where at a certain time, the next girl will come over, like in the next sister will
speed
come
dating.
over. Essentially, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, wait, this is like, you kind of like plan the conversation so they're ready for you. And then you're like, oh my God, I actually have to go. But oh my God, Danielle actually just went to Sweden this summer. You guys should talk about that. And then you bump and you go to the next person.
It's like being a wing woman. You're
Yes.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You also
It
love
preps you.
bowling.
This is so crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
all
like
fully
it.
prepped.
That's crazy. Like I was trying to figure out what it was about you. That's like how you're at a sorority.
Yes.
I can't believe you said that. It answered like all my questions.
Oh,
about
that
you.
just like completely explained
it's
me
so,
to you
it's
now?
solidified. Just the what's the word?
Everything. Like I brought you this.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's like were you in debate? Like were you in speech classes? Were you
No.
in debate? It's either
Sorority.
you're either in that or like Matt. There's like Matt. Why is Matt?
He gives like frat vibes. kinda
Exactly. He
college-y.
was in fraternity. He was in debate.
He gives debate. Yeah, he does.
He was
give
in debate.
Giving
That's why
debate.
It's giving debate.
That's why he's so good at being Matt.
Damn, if only we took classes and did things that helped us.
Seeing that shit, I'm like, I get so frustrated with myself that I didn't do anything like
It's
that.
not too late. We could do an improv class. I would say.
I tried a few times.
UCB is really
it's stressful.
Like we could
What is that?
UCB,
What's that?
Upright Citizens Brigade.
Oh, yes.
It's like an
yes.
improv
Yes.
school out here.
If
I've
you
heard of
like it,
that.
why don't you do it? You should do it more.
I did it.
No, do it like do classes. Like just like keep doing them.
He's already mastered it.
They're no, by no means.
I feel like now you don't have to even do classes like that. I'm sure there's like sessions that like you can find in this area that do it too.
A Zoom
without having a
masterclass.
Zoom improv. Yuck. There's like a little delay. Ew, that's literally
Wait,
the
that's
worst
so
thing I've
funny.
ever heard.
having to repeat it because it like glitched. Hey, can you say that again?
Freeze. I would like to do it, but it's just like it's not a priority for me right now.
When you go, do they give you like a topic and then you're all just kind of like acting, or how does it work?
Yeah, so you basically
Like set scenes up.
yeah, you'd set scenes up. The class was maybe like 20 people, so there's like different games that you would play. You would either get like a scene partner and you'd have to like build something out, but there's like different activities to like strengthen your like improv skills or
Yeah.
whatever. And then at the end, you had to do this entire performance at their like comedy show spot.
I can't believe we've done
And,
two
like-
performances.
Oh,
And
you did it too?
people,
Yeah.
People
Oh.
will come and like watch.
Oh,
so
all of our
embarrassing.
friends.
That's
and
so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
And you're improving the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh God,
Okay.
no.
Vetoing
God, no.
that idea.
I mean, for someone like me, it's a nightmare. Heath
like,
loved it, but it was a nightmare for me.
I would have to get so drunk, but then it'd be so bad because I'd be like lagged out.
and everybody knew that I was. And everybody knew I wasn't the best too because I remember I had got one line in and everybody was just like clapping. You know, like the petty clap. I know I was
You
getting
guys
that.
are literally the same. You
No,
would be
it's
the
bad.
exact. You'd just be like,
Oh my god.
You know, in The Office when Steve Carell like does the improv school, and everything just is him with a gun. He always just like pulls out a gun
Oh my God.
and the improv, and they're like, you can't keep this. And he's like,
Wait, that's funny.
Bro, that's me.
yes,
100%
it
that's
is
me.
so funny though. It's like, you're ending the scene when you take a gun. I can't do anything. And he's like, stop talking. He's like,
Oh my God.
Oh
haven't
my
seen
God.
that.
oh, it's so funny.
That's
and then
rough.
he's like, bang, and he just kills them, and he's like, the scene's over.
Scene's over.
I mean, good
What a
easy way out of
way.
it.
What
Yeah.
a way.
I keep forgetting that I want to sign up for like speech, and I keep forgetting to do it.
Speech and debate.
I just don't have time. You know, we have so much going on.
I know.
I don't have time for this.
New Patreon.
I know.
The Patreon. We just launched a Patreon. I
much
can't
is
do
going on.
speech.
Is there people that could come to the house and do like speech lessons?
Yeah, for a low price of $750 a session, probably.
Wait, I just had another idea. We should do like a team building, like a trust fall situation.
Wait, the trust, like, yeah.
Like they probably bring to like offices and things to like build camaraderie.
Yes.
They do trust falls in the office.
I think
What does that help?
I'm thinking of like cheer camp.
I think we should do that.
What kind of? I'm curious. What are the type of things that like you would do in an office?
I pictured Mean Girls when she falls
Yes.
and no one catches her.
I'm curious, what camps has everybody gone to in their lives?
Oh, mine was the same every single year. So I would do every summer was aquatics camp,
Shut up.
and I was
What
not
does that entail? Swimming?
just water.
Just anything with water.
Yeah, it was at our local like community pool. So it was just everything was like pool based, and then we would go to like water parks, and then it would be just like different like activities every other day and things like that.
That sounds fun.
But
sounds
it was
really
really
fun.
cool. What about you?
Oh, I did cheer camp. And then I did leadership camp, like student
Oh
council
my
camp.
God, yes. I never did like a themed summer camp. I just went to science camp multiple times for school.
Science camp.
But like that was so normal, almost so fun.
Was it every single day of summer?
No, it was like a field trip during school year.
Oh, I forgot,
Like
like
science
outdoor
camp.
ed.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
I forgot about
Oh.
that.
Especially with like we'd go up to the mountains and like have like a week or weekend camp thing.
And you
It was
would
fun.
do like, did you ever dissect like the squids and stuff?
Yeah, there was always
Yes,
like dissecting or
that's
like
right.
a night walk that's like so scary, but then like lots of different things.
Damn, I'd much rather do like the fun summer camps than the science.
Wait, what did-
camp.
No,
So-
it was fun. It was fun. It was fun.
So that was during the school year though?
Yeah, it was a field trip.
What did you do like during summer break?
And I never did a camp like that. I mean, cheer
Oh.
camp.
Cheer camp.
Drumline camp.
And that's,
That's good. Show
and that's
up.
every single day of summer?
It was
It was
usually
like a
like a
week.
week. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I
Yeah, we
never did like
never-
a like send your kids off to camp type thing. It was always like school related.
And like
Got
a
it,
cheer
got it.
camp, you would go for a week. You'd like live there, and they'd teach you. For you two, I assume.
Oh, I
they
didn't live
teach us
there.
like all the really.
We just went each day.
Oh, we would
Yeah.
stay there, and then they would teach us all of like it would be like 50 schools all went at one time, and they teach us cheers and dances that we would
Oh.
perform throughout the year.
Wait, yes, you're thinking like the what? Oh my God, what's the
Does it have to do cheer?
NC? What?
Oh my God, yes,
Yeah, we did those too.
I
Like
forgot about what
It
it
was
was.
cheer camp. Oh my
Spirit
God.
leaders, spirit leaders,
no, maybe
Oh.
this was different. Oh my
and
God.
they teach us all the routines that we do throughout the week.
I
or throughout the year.
remember I came to help support the varsity because they were like performing. So I was like, oh, I'll go. This was after I graduated and stuff, but I was helping coach that team. So then I came up and I like I'm like walking and they're starting performances and stuff. So I hit into this guy who's like so tall, and I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse me. And then I'm like, oh, rude. He didn't even look at me. The next thing I look and he's like a security guard. And I was like, but you're not with the thing. Okay, weird. Then I look to my right, and you know how it's just a convention,
Uh-huh.
sorry, maybe you don't know. It's
Like
like
a gym?
It's a huge convention center. Basically, they have all these like cheer mats out. There's like judges and everyone's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, I look and there's this random platform, and I was like, that's kind of random because like normally everyone's just sitting on the ground, kind of watching everything. And then I look and I see Kris Jenner sitting like this, right? And I realized, oh, this is a security guard. Like this is like a like private security.
Oh.
They on the riser it was like Chris, oh God, I forget who else was honestly on there. And then
Why was she there?
I know, I was like, what? And there's
Guest
cameras.
judge?
Well, that was the year Kylie and Kendall did cheer. And they were at the cheer
Shut
camp.
up.
They were at the cheer camp and they filmed it for, I'm assuming, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But I remember being like, that is the most random crossover I've ever seen in my
That's
entire
insane.
life. Because
Wow.
they
And
did cheer for like 1 year.
They built her platform just to sit and watch.
Yes, and they had
No.
security around the family watching. I don't remember.
Is
who
it
else was
is
there.
it for the camera production, or
I
were
feel
they?
like for them to see.
Got it.
But then also they were filming, and then I remember all the girls were freaking out, obviously, because Kendall and Kylie were like at the same cheer camp, but they're like, yeah, their coach said we can't take any photos with them or anything like that. But like, crazy.
Wow,
so
that's
interesting.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They built them a platform.
I
That's
know, just
really
to, like,
crazy.
I was like, cool.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to imagine like visually what that looked like. Just
It's
that whole...
like, imagine this, but like a huge like thing. And I remember Chris was like picking something off her I like, that was such a distinct memory of mine, and I was like, slay.
Are these the cheer camps that like go super viral on ESPN, like the ones that go around every year where they're doing those
it's
crazy
like
things?
so many schools come. Yeah, it's like a convention thing, and then they're there. You learn all the cheer dances, and there's like the one like camp song that everyone learns and does the same thing.
That's like what it's like. What Bring It On is based on.
Kinda. That's the competition side of it, but yeah.
Got it.
What camps did you go to?
I only went to like a religion camp.
Really?
For like a week. It was like a week, but we didn't really do much in summer camp because we couldn't, like, my parents couldn't like afford to put me in a summer camp.
Oh, it's
Wait,
it's
hold
like
on. Your
$3,000.
outfit is giving male cheerleader right now. Like,
Oh
it's
my
like,
god, it is.
right? Like it looks.
I don't know. I don't even know what that looks
It
like.
like looks like a uniform.
It's the pants.
I think it's the pants
the
with the
pants.
stripes. But your religion camps. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was only religion camp, but that was only for 1 year. We never like really did anything like that. We either go on like a vacation, like a family vacation, or we just be home.
Mine were kind of boring too.
But like that's at least you get to have like family time. Like the only reason that I did summer camp or like did anything during the day is because my parents worked.
Yeah.
So like they couldn't watch me. Like so that whole summer they still had to go to work, so they would drop me off at aquatics camp.
Yeah, that's like the
I-
main
And then-
reason.
I feel like those kids are the ones with great social skills.
Yeah.
I am
I,
because
true.
I
I
did get
really
to,
think that
yeah, made a lot of friends there.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of that like
Interaction.
interaction with other
But
kids.
also the worst camp. I'm not a good swimmer. I had gynecomastia and I had to have my shirt off. And I was
Wait, what's a camastia?
gynecomastia.
What is that?
Like puffy nipples and like breast tissue. So it's just like constantly being made fun of, and like that's why I'm so traumatized from it because
of that.
you
going
had
to
people
camp.
bullying you about that?
Dude, it was every single day.
Oh, when you were younger,
They
did it look
would
a
say
lot?
there were traffic cones.
Oh,
Little kids are so
Dude, it
mean.
was horrifying, dude. It was every single day they would talk about it.
Wait, that's so sad.
Also, you're like
just
too
wanna give you a
young to
hug.
like know how to like fix it. You know what I mean? Like,
Were they bigger because you were like small, like younger? Like how,
I was chunkier back then, but it's just some kids get it during puberty. They get like breast tissue and it's supposed
okay.
to like go away.
yeah.
But mine just never went away.
I want to cry.
So I would always have to have my shirt off because we were going to the water, and my mom never got me like a rash guard or anything, like a swim shirt.
I always wanted a rash guard. I thought it was so cool.
They're cool until you need them.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have done the tape. I used to put tape over my nipples,
but I would do the pinch before I'd take my shirt off. So it gave me like 30 seconds to get in the water.
pinch. Wait, you'd pinch what?
My nipples.
What would that do?
It gets them hard so they didn't look as like puffy and big. So I would act like I was taking my shirt off, and it would take me like a little while, and I'd be like, kind of like acting like it was hard to get off, and I'd be
You're
grabbing
just
on them.
pinching.
I just want to give you a hug.
I still do it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's like second nature and low key.
Yeah. But yeah, trauma.
Trauma.
Back then in middle school, I don't know if maybe it's just like a little like puffy during middle school, but I would wear like my tight like little scene shirts, but you would see like the nip, like it wasn't like bad like kind of, but it was just like a tiny.
It wasn't
bit.
bad like his.
It wasn't bad like his,
Jeez.
but it was like it was
Way to
still
make the trauma better.
it was still like,
They weren't like.
and it wasn't pointy too. It was like really round, so it would just look like just really booby, you know what I mean? So I would put like cross tape on it sometimes to keep it like down.
like ravers, how they have the
Yeah,
X's.
yeah.
Tassel.
And you never,
Is Zane in school?
you never. I'm surprised you never did the tape situation in school.
Swim. Oh, but under a shirt.
Oh
yeah.
no, like even in school, not the swimming aspect,
Yeah.
but
Wait, that's
in
so
school.
funny. Meanwhile, we're
would
like
be Scotch
stopping our
tape.
bras.
not good for my skin. And I also get like those lines, like tan lines.
Imagine boob tape, y'all. Ooh.
It's Zane with his sticky boob. Just like,
How did we get on this
I
topic?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, camp.
Speaking of nipples, your guys' wedding is coming up. How?
Leave it in.
What's the?
That segue was
So
Unreal.
seamless.
That's really
So
funny.
seamless.
That's really
So
funny.
where are we at
Yeah.
with wedding? I know Heath's is coming up before Remy's. Remy, when is your wedding?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't come up with a date yet?
No.
Oh shit.
I don't have
You
You
anything
have
to
to get the
report.
venue before you figure out your date.
Oh,
they
okay.
might not have it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I had a mini meltdown this morning because everything that I wanted is not happening now.
Oh,
It's
that
okay.
sucks.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. We got the dress and
You said yes to a dress?
I said yes to a dress.
She
Nice.
said yes.
Have you
I
seen
said
it?
yes.
She said, oh my God, stunning.
Alicia went with me to every dress
Oh,
try
good.
on. Yeah, that's the only thing I have so far, and we're fine.
Oh,
Kyle?
that's amazing. Okay, but is there a chance that you can't find like the right venue in the state? Are you trying to find a venue? Like,
I don't know. I'm trying to look. I've looked everywhere in California now at this point.
Really?
I believe from what I think. From what
How
I
many
think.
have you seen in person?
Only 4 in person, but online I've gone through now probably 50.
Wow.
So I'm not sure. My issue is, I was telling Alicia, like, I've never been a girl that's like, I know, like, dreaming of my wedding my whole life. There's like certain aspects of it that I've dreamt about, but like nothing, not the look of it. So it's really hard when I started to look because everything was really pretty, and I also hated everything all at the same time. Where I was like, I guess it's not that, but I like this, but I don't know. So I've been very picky in that sense.
Yeah.
There's one venue that I saw somebody post their wedding at, and it looks incredible, and
Out
it
here?
is screamed Remy.
Sorry,
Send me a
imagine,
link.
imagine
It's in-
you book that one.
It's in North Carolina though.
Oh.
I love North Carolina.
Okay, once you
I'm desperate at this
once
point.
you see it, you're gonna be.
That's where Cal's from, so maybe that would be
Yeah.
good.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one
Wait,
is insane.
maybe this is all happening for this
Yes.
reason
Imagine
right
we
now.
find your
I
venue
literally-
right now.
I walked in and I was having a meltdown to Alicia and Heath this morning. Bless
bless you.
you.
Thank you.
I don't want to say the name.
Oh.
I don't want to say the name.
Oh, Cal would die.
You see it?
Cal would die.
Isn't that?
Oh my god.
It's beautiful. That's
Oh,
like
it's
where I
really
would. That's where I'd
sweet.
want my wedding. Is looking just like that. It's insane.
It's beautiful.
Good price
Yeah.
too.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
You'll
than
be able
here.
to get everything you want, and you're saving money. And if people have to fly somewhere, fuck it. You know, it's your day.
It's
Let
easier
people-
to get the list down if it's like, oh, you can't
Yeah.
come.
We'll post a picture on here, or do you want to say it was secret?
Secret,
Secret,
just
yeah,
in
yeah.
case.
That's
Secret.
crazy.
I'm gonna send it to you right
It's
now.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I
As
have
soon as I
no-
saw that, I was like, I think if Remy hasn't found
Regal.
a venue, this is it.
I'm excited. I'm whatever about it. But you have a lot more updates for us than I do.
Yeah, what's your
so
update?
We're pretty much good to go with everything. The only thing we have to still find is the DJ and set the flowers.
I hope it's snowing.
I know.
I would love that.
That'd be
I know.
sick.
I want it to like snow while we're there.
Like lightly, like light snow.
I don't
a
want there, I
flurry.
don't want there to be like snow when people are like annoyed coming in and it's like snowing and people
No
are
one's
getting
gonna be
wet.
annoyed because no one's used to snow. So like when there is snow, people are gonna be so
Yeah.
excited, and it's like your wedding day, so it's gonna
A
be
cute
just like
trench.
This.
We can break out all of our coats.
I'll bring
finally.
my fur coat. It's
Yes,
fine.
everybody needs
My
a fur
giant
coat.
fur
You have
Macklemore
to.
coat.
Have you talked about your bachelor party online at all?
We have. Have
I
we
think
not?
Just doing a Nashville
Lake house.
Lake house. Just like gonna get a boat and do
It's-
like some skiing, wakeboarding,
Very wholesome.
tubing,
Very
things
cute.
like that.
You
Very
mean the
cute.
Rager?
No ragers.
No, I literally want to stay at the house. And
We'll
not
we'll
leave.
probably have a rager in the house, like us, like
Just
rager.
you?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
alone?
Like, we're like 11 people, so it might be a rage.
And I
there.
want to just like I want to keep it casual. I just want so like growing up, our family vacation activity was either camping or like
Lake house?
taking the boat to go tubing and
So
wakeboarding,
fun.
things like that. So I'm excited for everybody to like do it because nobody really has. Like Zane's never been wakeboarding, so I'm excited to see that. And then also
That's gonna be funny.
like to do it again with my brother is
I'm
going
gonna
to be
break my
really special
shoulder.
Yeah.
because I haven't done it with him since I was like a kid.
Oh.
Wait, I
and
love
I know
that.
he's super excited. And yeah, so I'm excited. And then
I'm
trying to think of
I'm excited
other-
to see your brother in a different environment because
I know.
I still feel like I've met your brother so many times. I still feel like I don't really know him
yeah.
in like a authentic setting because it's always been in your house. We're all very well behaved when we're around your parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So seeing him
Yeah, it's
outside of that is gonna
it's
be really
cool.
interesting.
And he hasn't met like a lot of my other friends, so it's gonna be really nice. And then I think the only other thing is tasting the cake.
Ooh, that's
Doing,
gonna
like-
be so
Hey,
fun.
that's my favorite part. Can I come?
Yeah.
It's my favorite
You're like,
part.
listen, I'm an expert on this type of.
Look, I've picked out some wedding cakes for other people,
They find
right?
one they
Look,
love. He's like, no, it can't be that one.
He's like this.
Chantilly, yeah,
I think my taste fits everybody more than anybody's.
That's all I said.
What would
This
your
is- this
dream
is
cake
my-
be for them to
What?
get? What's your dream cake for them to get?
My dream cake or what I think they should get. Same, it's the same thing.
Buttercream icing.
Buttercream icing. I definitely think it should be a white cake. I know Mariah and Heath want it traditional, want it, old school. Has to be white. Cherries on top.
Do people
Cherries.
do chocolate cake white icing? Is that common?
You can do whatever you want,
You
for
could do
sure. I
funfetti.
love a black and white cake.
I think that's pretty like chocolate with white icing with like cherries on the outside.
I love a
Very
little like
nice.
strawberry, like in the-
Filling?
no, like fresh strawberries in the middle.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
If I were making your guys' cake, I would design it in a way where it almost looks like the icing, make it look like a charcuterie board. So
What?
it's like,
is it real or is it cake?
No, stop. No, not the real, or is it a cake? The
cut it?
icing. So the icing is very like it's a lot of like or grape vines on it. And
Oh,
just
you're
make
talking
it-
about like
The
piping
design.
icing.
the icing, what the
Okay.
icing would look like. But it's so when you look at it from far away, it looks like a beautiful.
Zane watched
iced
one
cake.
episode of Cake Boss.
No,
I
you guys are cutting it like, oh, what is it?
Look, I'm a big cake guy.
I like that.
I'm gonna be in front of your wedding cake. Guys, don't put my head in. No, and then I push my own head in it. No,
Someone dare me to take a bite.
Dare me.
I would. There was always every time there was a cake out, there was always one little thing, like
You?
a fingerprint in it, like somebody dipping, and it would always be me. Always be me. I'd always be the one to go like this and go.
One time we
And
were
then-
at a wedding and they did cupcakes instead, and we're literally like, it was before they cut the cake, and they're like, okay guys, time to cut the cake, like let's go over there, and they're like, oh, one's missing. I look, Ashley had one on her plate. She didn't know. She didn't know it was the wedding cake.
Do you think they took the photos already too?
I think I
no.
don't. They probably moved one from the back and
Yeah.
put it in the front or something. But like, she was like, she was mortified.
That's so funny.
She actually, and she also took the first. That's crazy. That
Well,
she took the
they
first.
didn't
cup.
say
didn't know that it
anything,
was the
it was
thing.
like it was basically like 50 cupcakes making the cake. But she
And
like
they haven't even put dinner out yet.
I
They're
know.
like, no one's
She's
gonna touch
like,
the
"Ooh."
cupcakes. But
Do you remember when it was the new invention? But kids would have like a birthday cake like growing up. And then one year it just switched and everybody had cupcakes with one sheet of icing
Yes.
on top. And you
Yes.
cut, like it looks like a cake, but when
Yes.
you cut through it, they were individual.
smart.
I remember being like, this is it.
why would
It's a
they
good
do
idea.
that?
It really
It's
is.
genius.
It's really smart. Save the fork, save the napkin, save the plates.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend just got married this weekend, and they brought out ice cold Dippin' Dots at the end of the
Oh.
night,
Oh my
and then had a
God.
nacho bar and a breakfast burrito
okay,
bar.
fuck me up on a nacho bar.
It was amazing.
Breakfast burrito.
Breakfast
I love
burritos
that.
in a
At
big
night?
basket. Yeah, and the Dippin' Dots were like, they had actual, what is it called? Like the ice, the dry ice.
Yeah.
So it was actually like frozen.
Like
Like, you know, like it
rock hard,
burns your
yeah.
mouth that cold. Oh, they were so
That's
good, you guys. It
amazing.
was
Dippin'
so good.
You always find yourself around Dippin' Dots all the time.
She
You always
loves
have a
it.
Dippin'
I
Dot story.
love Dippin' Dots. I
Dippin' Dots
love
is great.
Dippin' Dots.
Mariah too. She's
Something
a sucker
about
for
'em.
Dippin' Dots.
Something about them.
The aesthetic. The aesthetic is just beautiful.
It just feels better too, eating like a spoonful of those.
Yeah.
Oh, we had snow cones at her birthday party yesterday.
Oh,
So fun.
I'm so sorry we couldn't make
It's
it.
okay, don't worry. I
No,
know you
it's
guys
okay.
put
She
it.
remembers. She remembers everybody. That
We got her a
doesn't
really
count.
nice gift. What'd you get her?
I got her a gift. I got her a cake. I got her. She. Well,
Cake.
actually, she's gonna get it by the time she edits it. But an Aritzia gift card
Oh,
because she likes
check it out.
Aritzia. I didn't find that. Someone told me that. Someone told me she likes Aritzia.
You're
So
not
I
supposed to
got
give
her.
it away.
What?
You're not supposed to like give it away, even though we all know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
We
where
all
she
knew.
shops at. That's something you have to like find out from other people.
I love gift.
Remember one
you
year
get
I got
all
her a
the
hair
gifts yet?
dryer. Everyone's
No,
like, why
not
the
yet.
fuck did you get her a hair dryer? Dyson
Oh,
hair
yeah, that's a
dryer.
good gift, though.
I
That's a
gave
good
her a
gift.
Dyson hair dryer.
That's a
Everyone's
good
like,
gift.
everyone's like, why'd you get her a hair dryer? I was like, well, it was mine, but I don't use it. But I was like, but it was
Gave
really
her your
expensive.
used one?
No, it was brand new. I didn't open it yet, right? Or did I buy her a new one? I forget.
It was the
Sorry,
not the,
it's like munched open.
No, I think I think
There's
it
like
was
hair
new.
in it.
No, I did. It was brand new. I did buy it.
You
for
got
her.
her the
The air wrap or the
air wrap. I got her the blow dryer.
Ooh,
Yes,
Really?
air wrap.
Yeah.
Does she use it?
oh, it's so
Every
nice.
day.
You better fucking use it, Mariah. It was expensive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, This was a roller coaster of an episode.
It really
All
was.
over the place.
There was like, what are those? The corkscrews.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
was the loops.
Good luck writing the description on this one.
Oh. Yeah, you're
I
right.
could always write it for you if you need.
Wait, let's do 2 for this one. Let's do mine and then yours or vice
Zane's
versa.
version.
Let's do it. Zane's
He's
version.
just gonna
That's
copy and
funny.
paste yours.
I love that. Let's do it.
Zane's version.
Comment a roller coaster emoji if you made it this far.
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Basically Unfiltered. Don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon, and hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Bye.
Peace and blessings,
Peace,
y'all.
We love you.